So, we all just heard that today, or at East versus West 17, is gonna be John Bersenk's last match, and he's gonna retire. So, I'm doing this video in English in the hopes that he might one day watch it, and the younger generation watches too. So I already talked with him, and on my podcast that I did with him like a year ago, I told him this story. So this is my John Bersenk story. I got married in 2006, and in 2008 my daughter was born. She was born really premature, like 24 weeks. She only weighed 1 pound, and she could fit in my hand. I mean, you could see through her skin, her bones. Now, I got into arm wrestling way before social media and way before videos and all that, you know. So I didn't really knew John Bersenk until the social media era of the arm wrestling world. And I'm talking about the northern eastern seaboard blog. I you know, there was something, it was kind of a chat. I don't really know how to describe it, but I know when people listen to this, they will remember. So that's how I knew about John Bersenk. I mean, I got to know about Dave Patton first, Bobby Hopkins first, obviously Cliff Dean, but I really got to know John and what he had done for the sport when I saw the Pulling John documentary. And for those that are like me, that are really good or big fans of arm wrestling and are like junkies with arm wrestling, we all know that the the Pulling John documentary, it took like almost 10 years to get out there, you know. So I got to know John. Now, going back to the story of me getting married and my daughter being born. So my daughter was born really premature. She was really small, really sick. She had a lot of conditions related to her being born so prematurely, right? So she was in the university hospital in the neonatal ICU area for 3 months, and I mean, this was like a 3.5 hour drive from my house. I'm from Maya West. She was in San Juan, and my wife, you know, she just stayed there with her, but I had to drive back and forward so I can come to work, right? Okay, so when I got home, you know, this is I know this is kind of the story of my life, because when I went through that really horrible event in my life, my friends deserted me. Like, I didn't have no friends. I stopped going to the gym. I lost all my size, my power. I stopped arm wrestling. I stopped everything in my life just to work and take care of my family, like any man would have done, right? So I was alone every night in my house that I couldn't go to San Juan and see my daughter, right? So it was kind of a YouTube beginning thing too by that time, and I went home every night and I just started watching videos and reading stories, because people used to write stuff about tournaments and things that happened on that blog that I just mentioned before. And I just watched John every match that was out there over and over, watching him win over guys that were sometimes 3-4 times his size.
Вот это борьба. Он уже проиграл кий, смотри.
it made me think that my daughter, being so little, she could survive all that she was going through, that she was a fighter, you know. And John kept me sane during the worst period of my life. John Bersenk and his arm wrestling abilities kept me sane. They kept me going. Sometimes I stood up all night watching his matches and reading his stories, the people about him. So John was not only the greatest, or is not only the greatest arm wrestler in history, and no one will reach his level. No one will be like John Bersenk ever. No one, no Levon, no Devon, no one. No one will ever be like John Bersenk ever in history. He is better at arm wrestling than Muhammad Ali was good at boxing, or Michael Jordan was good at basketball. He was better than that. If John would have played basketball, he would be better than Jordan. That's what I'm saying. It's like nobody will ever be like John Bersenk. John, you saved lives. Your arm wrestling, your story, your abilities, everything you've done saved lives. I know there's got to be more people out there with similar stories like the one I just told. So John, thank you for saving my life from the chaos that was that time in my life. I don't know how I could ever make you feel like I thank you for that, but yes, thank you for saving my life, John. God bless you, man. John, I hope you watched this. I know you already heard this story, but this is just the way I wanted to say thank you to you for everything you're doing, that you've done for the sport. And this is not the end, John. This is not the end. I know how you feel. You've been through this before, and you've always come back. And this is just goodbye for now. You will be back, and it's gonna be fucking exciting and awesome when John, at 63, 64, 65 years old, make his comeback in a really good shape, destroying everyone. So this has been Manolo Sanchez, the face of arm wrestling in Puerto Rico and the voice of arm wrestling in Latin America. John, we love you, and I really hope I get to meet you and hang out with you a little. You know, that's my dream. That's on my bucket list. So take care, guys. God bless you all.